This is the age of innovation. The science fiction of yesterday is the science of today. Technology is unavoidable and its progression inevitable. Meet the people at the forefront of these inventions, the scientists, the engineers, and the guinea pigs. Explore ethical dilemmas, financial feasibility, and the science behind it all. This is a society redefined by the synthesis of man and technology, and you are a cyborg. Welcome to the world of body hacking, a widespread network of innovators and guinea pigs working hard to create tomorrow's technology.
Really, a hack in this context is something that's just unconventional, right? So a biohack means an unconventional approach to biological solution, augmentation, modification, whatever you want to make it. Biohack is a very large umbrella with many silos.
So biohacking is like any other form of hacking, right? Hacking in general is this sort of like coming to understand a system and then utilizing it in a way other than anticipated, typically for the purposes of gaining some sort of advantage. Although, if you know as many hackers as I do, mayhem is also on the menu.
Operating outside the realm of medical labs or research facilities, their methods seem unconventional and sometimes dangerous. But they may just be the pioneers that create the next wave of human augmentation. The body hacking community came into the spotlight back in 2017, when a Wisconsin company gave their employees the opportunity to get chipped.
Now to the American company, sparking a fierce debate across this country tonight.
The latest office innovation is a microchip implanted in the skin.
By next week, more than 50 Three Square Market employees will have bionic hands with a credit card chip implanted near their wrist.
It's a serial number that is assigned to your credit card.
The company is offering the chips, which cost about $300 a piece, to its employees for free.
Would you say yes if your boss asked you to do the same?
Microchips have also been used frequently in Sweden.
The most cutting-edge thing about Hannes Sjöblad isn't the phone in his hand. It's the microchip actually in his hand. The tiny implant is the latest advance in a biohacking technology that is steadily becoming a part of normal life in Sweden.
What exactly is RFID? Well, it stands for Radio Frequency Identification, and it's actually been used for decades.
And we'll be faced with equally consequential decisions in the 21st century. Can a microscopic tag be implanted in a person's body to track his every movement? There's actual discussion about that.
Put simply, RFID is the wireless use of radio waves to transfer data. House pets are chipped every day, and it's in your wallet right now in the form of a credit card. RFID chips are used by billions every day, and yet the body hacking community receives intense resistance for the exact same technology. The only difference, they take it subdermal. The acceptance of implant technology still has a long way to go, whether that be amongst coworkers, scientists, or even magicians.
My name is Anastasia Sin. I'm known as the cyborg magician. I have 33 implants. 13 of them are magnets and the rest are microchips and LED microchips of various frequencies. I believe I'm the most implanted person in the world right now. I admit that implants are easier, but I don't think that that's a bad thing. I think too many magicians focus on technique and not on the presentation. This is a perfect way to change that around. I have here just like a river stone. And what I would do normally is I put this in the palm of an audience member. As I try and push the button here, this giant magnet on my arm just sucks it right up because it's quite large. It's the world's largest magnet implant. I can go like this and show you that I'm holding a ball here. I can have all my razor blades all nicely set up and pluck them off my hand while I'm eating them. I'm trying to create something new and different. And they say, well, it's not fair that you're the only person who can do it. I never said I was. In fact, the more of you that do this, the better. I would love it if everybody got implants and used them in magic. I really would.
Body hacking is a process of trial and error. Some devices may be more feasible than others.
Well, I'm Tim Cannon, and I'm the CEO of Livestock Labs. I had my Circadia implant, which took my temperature once every 5 seconds and threw it out over Bluetooth. And I built a little thermostat at my house, and my house would heat up when I got cold and vice versa. It makes people kind of go, yeah. Just so you know, I was not immune to that. I looked down at that thing in my arm and I was like, Jesus, what have I done?
How will the general public be convinced that these implants are practical? Well, one body hacker believes it will simply be a matter of convenience.
If you have a properly designed implant that does a great job and a goes in and you don't have to manage it, that's obviously going to be what people are going to go for. It's just human nature to want to be able to have more capabilities with less management.
So what would it take for you to hack your own body?
Oh, I'd never get one of those implants. I was like, you wouldn't get an artificial heart if your heart was dying? And they're, well, yeah, of course I would. I was like, okay, well, then you're willing to be a cyborg too. You just need a little bit more threat of duress. I think a lot of people will come face to face with it when they look at their own mortality. And then more and more people will start to kind of do it as a way of enhancing their life. And some people find it compelling. Some people think that I'm working for Satan. And I'll tell you, if I am, he pays like shit.
Take a nice deep breath in.
With each new technology comes new fears and hesitations.
The day will come when we get all our newspapers and magazines by home computer.
The new telepaper won't be much competition for the 20-cent street edition.
Well, it's very hip to be on the internet right now.
Allison, can you explain what internet is? I mentioned I have no desire to be a part of the internet.
On the internet, people can send you messages all the time people you don't even want to hear from.
Just as we've become totally dependent on our computers, they're being stalked by saboteurs. Saboteurs who create computer viruses.
How many of you here would have a microchip implanted in your hand, for instance, if it allowed you to do things like pay for your groceries or log onto your computer just by waving your hand? Anyone?
The implants remain limited in their functions, with most being used for one simple task, like unlocking a door or storing a few small files. But it is the potential within this grain of rice that motivates the body hackers. There are more advanced medical devices, undoubtedly, but they merely return the recipient to a predetermined baseline functionality. And that's where body hacking begins. Augmenting human function beyond what nature intends.